Hey guys, so today I'm going to be showing real quick just kind of roughly how I set up a service in ProPresenter. And so that way, you can just kind of get an idea of what's going on with that. So I'm using my desktop, but it will be pretty much the exact same thing if you're ever using the iMac in the gym. So when you open up ProPresenter, one of the first things I'll do when I'm getting a playlist set for the next Sunday is to go over here in the bottom left corner where you start a new playlist, and you're going to want to do a new PCO playlist. Obviously, PCO is short for Planning Center. So you're going to go ahead and click that, and that's going to open up this, and you're going to go to the top folder where Sunday services are, and the top one is always going to be the next week. This one that I've highlighted now is going to be for this Sunday. So then you'll select that, and that will bring in the playlist just like that. Now it's going to come up with a bunch of library matches. If this one ever comes up, go and click apply to all, and then just click skip, so that way it doesn't create any duplicate files. Because David has already planned out the songs for this week, that automatically matches them up in here. If we ever do a new song or something like that, then it would come up without a match, and we would need to add that song. But since this Sunday they're all songs we already have, then all the names match up, and it's doing what it needs to do. So then what I'll do after that is go over here to pre-service announcement loop, and you'll want to click link, and then over here in search you'll want to just begin, you want to find that in the library, so that you can basically just do pre-service, and you don't even need to get that far, and it will bring that up, and you'll drag that there, and that's ready to go. One of the things when I load this, I'll make sure that all of these slides are up to date. And so for example, this Sunday is going to be the last Sunday that we're doing this Summer Interest Group Expo. And so after this Sunday, then we would delete that out of there. If there's new ones, then I would add those in there, drag them in there, and add a timer. But that will be for another video. For this Sunday, that's ready to go. Next, we'll go to the welcome communication card and call to worship. Same thing, I'll search welcome, and it should be right there near the top, and then you can just drag that in there. These are always preset with the countdown video and with the welcome, and then the call to worship I edit every week with the new call to worship that I've set for that week. And then going down here to the first few songs, shouldn't have to do a whole lot with them, but over here you'll want to click the arrangement manager, and then click, and then you're going to want to select the arrangement whoever's leading that week. So more often than not, it's David, so then you'll select David's arrangement, and that is already preset. And then you can close up the arrangement, and you can now see that it shows David here for the arrangement. And so we'll do that for each one. Once again, if we were doing a new song, then I would be getting all that set, getting the first arrangement set, whatnot, but this week would be pretty straightforward because it's all songs that we already have. So keep on selecting the arrangements, and then the ministry report will sometimes we have to wait on that, depending on when a presentation's coming in or that kind of thing. In this case, we're just doing summer interest groups, and so I know I already have something for that, so I'll open up the image bin, go to announcements, and right down here we have the Summer Interest Group Expo, and so for this week I'll just drag that in there, and that's what we'll play during the ministry report. You can go and close out the image bin, and then for the dismiss kids, same thing. I'll want to go to the library, go to dismiss kids, and drag that in there, and that's ready to go. For crowns, just change the arrangement, close that back up. For the sermon, for the announcements, I'll want to link that, and then in the library, search for pastoral announcements, drag that in there, and then this changes each week. So then what we're going to want to do is I change this depending on the announcements that are happening that week, and you'll want to look into Planning Center for that. So if you pull up Planning Center Services and go to it, and once it loads, you'll want to go to that week's plan, and then scroll down and see what the announcements are for that week. So this week we're only doing summer picnics and baptisms. That's going to be the only thing that's being announced, so that's the only thing that we're going to need a graphic for. We go and close that back out. Before I delete these, I want to go ahead and get in the image for the summer picnics. I'm going to do the one that has all 3 dates. We also have individual ones over here for each day, but I think we're going to be talking about all of them for this summer. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in so people can get those on their calendar. I want to highlight these 3, delete them, and then I also want to add a cue for the stage display for speaker, so that way it changes to the speaker layout for the speaker to be able to see it on the 3rd screen. Sermon, I don't have that file yet, and I will be doing another video on how to import a sermon and link that. We're doing Lord's Table this Sunday, so then we'll be doing Jesus I Come. Typically, one of the things that I want to do with that, shouldn't have closed out Planning Center yet, is we'll usually do some kind of a reprise after we've taken Lord's Table. We'll do a reprise of the same song. So I want to go here and look. It'll probably be the 4th verse or something of that sort. So I'll look on here, and yeah. So here we go. So under the reprise, we're just going to be doing verse 4. So when I do the arrangements, we have the regular version of Jesus I Come that we'll be doing while people go to the tables and get communion. And then for the reprise, I'll want to put in Jesus I Come again, but I need to make a new arrangement that includes a reprise. So then I'll go to Add New Arrangement, name it Reprise, and then we're just going to do verse 4. Remember, when you're building arrangements, don't delete the actual verse. You're just changing the arrangements, and so you don't want to actually physically delete slides. You're just changing up the order of the arrangement. So there we go. Now we have Jesus I Come reprise with just verse 4, and then just kind of the ending tag, and that is pretty much it. So that's basically how I get a Sunday morning service set, and then as the week goes on, as I get the sermon PowerPoint or a ministry report or that kind of thing, then I will add those in later. But this kind of finishes up the first part.